thankful to be here, although I rather prefer to be in Montreal, but well, it is as it is. So let me give all of you a quick update of the progress that we made in last year. To start with the project led by my colleague Kevin Ashley, working on a robot for making legal judgments about cases. So the major challenge that Kevin and his team had over the last year is to have sufficient coded cases to actually use for as a basis for the machine learning that is supported by the environment. Luckily, we found a couple of students that were willing, under the supervision of Kevin and his team, to start coding a substantial source of cases that have been decided and can be used for the training facilities. So a good progress has been made with this respect to coding the data set. And that, of course, is an important step forward for this robot. Also, the first prototypes of that robot have been made. Then in the other sub-projects with respect to the administrative part of it, we looked into various aspects that are currently on the agenda for applying AI in administrative processes, and particularly looking into the fidelity and bias in AI algorithms, as well as the explainability thereof. So a number of small projects have been conducted the last year, looking into fidelity metrics for AI algorithms, and particularly also looking into surrogate models. So while having the non-transparent or black box algorithms, we looked into, in comparison with the fidelity of surrogate models that have a better explainability. And we've tested them both on a series of hypothetical data sets, but also on actual exemplary data sets. And this work will be published quite soon. And it's a joint research of a number of students, as well as the members of the ACT consortium. So to give you a short overview of the various methods that we looked into. So typically comparing black box original models like random forest, the ADA boost classifier, gradient boost classifier, support vector machine, and neural networks. And we compared them to white box surrogates like decision trees, logistic regression, naive Bayes, rule fit, and logistic rule regression. So as for the practical example, we use this in a governmental setting where in the Dutch Rotterdam harbor, where the government has to deal with odor complaints and plant control, so the chemistry plants in the harbor region, and the results of theoretical work have been compared to the results of the explicit knowledge models that were derived from expert interviews. Next to this, a lot of work has been done in the field of digital enforceable contracts or smart contracts. Tomorrow there will be the workshop about the smart contracts, but parallel to this is also some work has been done on digital enforceable contracts with different forms of knowledge representation, and particularly the Calculamus Flint methodology that has been developed within the Netherlands with partners like the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Finance, and some authorities like Immigration Service, Tax Administration, but also the state lawyer being involved in this project. Currently, we are extending this project, particularly with the banking sector, where we are going to test the methodology with supervisors like the Dutch National Bank and the Authority for Financial Markets, as well as the Authority for Privacy in the Netherlands, And we're going to concretely look into parts of law like the GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, as well as the PSD2, the Payment Service Directive. Then, with respect to the calculamus Flint, it could be mentioned that the last 6 months we've worked on various projects looking to immigration law and tax law, and also the subsidies for the COVID-19 sponsorship for small and medium enterprise businesses have been modeled using this method. And now we are going to extend the experiments with a number of experiments with additional partners. The papers that have been written are now in the review, but we will share them, of course, with the community as well as the presentation, so you can shortly have them accessible through the ACT website.